Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, what's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me? Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away. So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to Zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15.
Never give up, fighting till the end, gotta get back up. No time for loss, fighting till the end no matter what the cost. Keep moving, gotta get back up, what? Keep moving, gotta get back up. Keep moving, gotta get back up, what? Keep moving, gotta get back up.
Happy Friday. Get your butt in here. Got stuff to do. You know what? I've been listening to myself lately. I've never really done it. I have not really listened in the podcast very much. Probably listened to maybe 1% of these podcasts over the years. And in the car, I tend to do a lot of thinking in the car, so I don't listen a lot in the car. But my new car has Apple CarPlay in it, and just made it so easy for me to listen to myself. And I've been listening. And, this show's kind of motivating sometimes. Actually, kind of works. Today, it's amazing. What? Today, I want to talk to you old school motivation to move stuff. This goes back to very, very early days and a lesson I learned from a friend of mine in Memphis, Tennessee. And you old school MTMers, as they still call you, you guys are going to know this. It is a little trick that kind of combines, it's a little NLP trick, to be honest with you, is what it amounts to. How to be your own cheerleader. What? Okay, yeah, it's coming up. It is a daily boost from motivationmove.com, the positive boost you need every single day. I'm happy to have you. 5,000 episodes. That is a lot of talking. That is a lot of talking. Didn't know it's so long now. And 5,000 episodes arrives on January 9th. So the expectation is this. You guys are probably going to take a vacation or so and come back from the holidays. And we're going to be doing the show. And then one day on January, well, it's probably a Friday. So January 10th, 11th, on the January 12th, that day you're going to tune in the Daily Boost and something's going to be different. It's going to be better. It's interesting what's coming, but I'm not going to tell you. You have to show up for it. So way back a long time ago, I was in first grade. You ever do first grade? I didn't like first grade. That's the year that I discovered I didn't like milk because they made me drink milk and I threw up 3 times. And after the 3rd time, I learned that I didn't like milk because they told me, evidently, you don't like milk. We're not giving you milk anymore. That's how I learned that lesson. First grade's a wonderful time. But do you remember how it was back then, though? It pretty much goes through elementary school. I think it stops at 6th grade, 6th to 7th and 8th grade. They're just terrible times. They're terrible for me because I wore my husky pants. Yeah, they still make huskies. Didn't like it. I figured out by high school I better not be wearing huskies anymore, and I was able to accomplish that. But we also had way back then that wonderful treat that a lot of kids ate after school, and mom and dad were at work. We were latchkey kids. Cinnamon butter toast. Oh, cinnamon sugar butter toast. You ever have that? That's old school stuff. That's good stuff. Come home from school and have that. That's why I was in Huskies, by the way. But back then, the thing that happened in your elementary school was that you really were lavished. You were encouraged a lot. It still happens today. They take care of those little kids, don't they? But then you get into 6th grade, and you're not allowed to eat the glue anymore, and they don't care anymore. And, the kids are in the hallway saying stuff you don't understand, and it's tough times. Elementary, when everybody's lavishing praise, it's beautiful times. And you may have noticed that things have changed a little bit. I mean, we don't get our naps anymore until you get much older, then you just decide to take a nap. You grew up, right? When you become an adult, mentors are out there to help you. But have you noticed that oftentimes when you go to the job, you're not getting the motivation. You're not getting lavish with praise anymore. Oh, sometimes you are, but for the most part, do your job. It can be a tough place. And I think that was the biggest thing. A lot of us come out of high school, college, we're used to a lot of people being around us, and suddenly we're working in an office with, 5 people. It's different. And they have bad moods. They got to accomplish goals and everything. So how do you inspire yourself? How do you make sure that you're motivated all the time? How do you get yourself pumped up? Years ago when I was studying Tony Robbins stuff, a way long time ago, man, I was young. I was like 27, 28 years old when I was doing that stuff. I learned all about the, make your move kind of thing. I learned all about the neuro-linguistic programming before I did what I did. And it's kind of one of the things that kind of got me in this business. So I mastered all that stuff, but I would make my move, right? And I knew that I had to get myself in a really good spot, and I had to get myself pumped up. So I began to walk down hallways going into meetings, and I would slip off into a corner, and I would do something that you probably shouldn't do in front of public, but you could. I did something I learned from a friend of mine that was in Memphis, Tennessee. He taught in a Taekwondo class, and he had been to Tony Robbins stuff too. He knew how to make his move. He knew all that kind of crazy stuff we do these days to break the patterns and really get the stimulation in your body, to make your mind remember that state that you want to be in, that peak state we want to get to. So he knew that as well as I did. But in this martial arts class, this Taekwondo class, he had the little kids at the end of the class, and he had them patting themselves on the back. You know how you do a tricep stretch over your head? You ever done that? You can do it now if you want to. It feels pretty good. He said, well, while you're back there, just pat yourself on the back and say, I done good. He said, pat it harder, pat it harder, pat it harder, pat it harder, pat it harder. And I said, are you doing what I think you're doing? He goes, yep. They're patting themselves on the back. And they're establishing that anchor on their back. And they're saying, I done good, I done good, I done good. And they feel good about it. They said, all I have to do is walk up and pat them on the back, and they feel like they done good. Magical stuff, and it works. So a little later, I got into Motivation to Move, and I started helping people. And we created something called the PYOTB, based on what happened in Memphis. It says, pat yourself on the back and say, I done good. You are your own best cheerleader. You're the only one that can pump you up. You're the only one that can get you to do things you want to do. When nobody's paying attention to you, when nobody will give you a compliment, when nobody will give you any motivation, you're the only one that can do it. And how do you do it? It's really simple. You can practice in your bedroom. I suggest you practice where nobody's watching for the first couple times. Just do that. Just pat yourself on the back really hard and say, I done good. Do it a couple times and build that in. And if you want the advanced version, and this is the one that I think, slap my ass and call me Sally is a hot sauce we have down here. And I always remember that when I talk about PYOTB. Literally stand up, slap yourself in your buttocks and say, boom, I done good. Smack until it's red. I don't care what you do. The whole thing, we're establishing an anchor. Now, here's what happens. If you will do that a couple of times and feel it and believe it, get yourself in that peak state, get happy about it, maybe something happens. Maybe you win at pickleball. Slap yourself on the butt and say, I done good. And they're going to look at you like, what? Well, you do that enough times and you can walk into a meeting you're scared to death to go into, and you can slap yourself on the butt and say, I done good. And everything's going to change about your mindset. So we joke about it all the time, and it works. I've actually been in a many, many seminars. I've had audiences, very large audiences, and I've had people in that audience, and I would have them stand up. And it's amazing to get them to pat themselves on the back. They hardly will do that. But then once they catch on a little bit, I get them down to start patting themselves on the butt. And then I say, for the advanced version, why don't you reach over, put your hand behind that person's butt next to you and smack them. And I don't let them do it, but some of them do it anyway. It's crazy. And I got to tell you, You want to be motivated? You want to feel fired up? It happens. I'm somewhat joking about that, but you can see what I mean. We're talking a very basic anchor setting and firing an anchor so that you can establish a state of mind, a peak state of mind. You have to be your own best cheerleader. You're going to get knocked down. People are going to get in your way. You're not going to feel like you're doing what you want to do. You must have a quick, instantaneous method to get in there. If you've done down this road before, if you've done the Tony stuff, you've done my stuff, you know you're going to establish an anchor. You're going to make your move and say your sound. That's all that is. In our case, we just had fun. We call it PYOTB. Oh, push that button. That's it. So here's your homework assignment today. I want you to slip off someplace where you got some private time, and I want you to get yourself all pumped up. Maybe listen to your favorite song, get feeling good. I don't know, maybe you're doing it after this podcast. I don't know. And you're going to stand up and you're going to slap yourself somewhere, and I don't care where it is. You can choose any place you want to, but I just like the right buttocks. That's my move. Hit it and say, I'm done good. Boom. Do it a couple of times. Make it red. Make it feel good. Go. I'm not kidding. I'm serious. I'm not. I'm going to let the music fade for a minute. And I'm going to tell you, I am not kidding. I know it's silly, but sometimes silly works. Hang on a sec. You're doing good. Oh, man. Whoa, do it again. Ow, done good. Just stop it. Stop hitting yourself, Scott. See you later.
Keep moving, gotta get back up. What? Keep moving, gotta get